Hey guys, we're fueling up right now. Um, Head up to Eastern Shore, up to Shinkatig Wildlife Refuge to hunt Sika deer. So hopefully we bag one. We'll be there for a week until Thursday. Stay tuned. You can kind of see them. The mosquitoes are freaking awful in this location. Look at that one on my forehead right now. Oh, on my cheek. Hunters running away. Had some Sikas over there. A group of 5. We tried chasing. No luck. The mosquitoes have gotten really bad. There's so many other people here and you want to come bother us. Got the decoy out. So we got the decoy out. And so I'm in this like thicket in the archery zone. The mosquitoes are pretty bad here. Thermal cells aren't really doing much. So stick by. Hopefully we can get a shot on a Sika. So me and the boys, one's messed up and set his alarm for PM, and my phone had an update. So now we're trying to hustle. It is. Watch it not working. Great. What's else to go around? Well, I can say that could be a lie. Yeah, watch my mouth. Well, it's like 3:20ish. Oh my god, 4:20ish. And gonna to wake up by 30 because the gates open at 5, and usually there's a line, and we wanted to be first ones in line. So stick with us. Obviously, I'm too tired to deal with this shit today, but we're gonna get you some videos. Stick around. Lord, thank you this one for the day you gave us, Lord. Thank you for blessing us to be here, chasing your creatures you put on this world. Lord, please bless us. Let our aim be straight. Let us be able to harvest one of these great creatures you put here. Watch over everybody that's hunting and their families while they're out here. In your name, amen. Hey guys, so we was driving down the road this morning. We saw a group of 4 hinds going into the woods, and it was like the road's that way. Yeah, I came down this trail to try cutting them off. So we'll see. I keep hearing some walking behind me. I don't know if it's squirrels, birds, or I'm looking lucky and they're coming in behind me. But stay tuned. Got the decoy out. Been hitting the Sika call a little bit. Had one fire up probably 20 minutes ago. Haven't heard him again. Stay tuned. So I moved out of my spot that I was in this morning. My buddy Calvin, that's here, he was walking up. He saw a hind on the beach side of the non-hunt zone. So he moved out of this area. So what I did, I came up to the non-hunt hunt zone line pretty much. And I'm trying to see if that hind will come down onto the hunt zone. So you can see this path right here, it leads you right to the beach. So it's like pretty much on the non-hunt zone line. So I'm trying to hope she comes down this path. There's a ton of tracks on this path. It looks like a bunch of bedding areas nearby. So I'm gonna stick it out right here for a little bit. See if I can kind of trick her into coming back down. Stand by. So guys, we found this dune area of a couple bedding spots and like heavy highway traffic. So I thought my decoy set up right there. I'm gonna come find a spot right here in these dunes. I'll show you these trails. Look at them. They're everywhere right here. And you got that big opening right there. But look at this. Hold on. Look at that. They're tearing it up right here. So I'm going to get over here and try to intersect. My buddy, he's on the other side of the dunes, probably about 50 yards away, watching the other side because it's really steep. So we want to make sure nothing gets by us on the other side of the dunes. So I'm going to find us somewhere to bunker down. We'll get the show on the roll for the evening hunt. I thought I heard something. Make sure no one starts sneaking into me. That's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to spook them. I'd rather not see one before I spook one. Don't want to ruin the area. Okay, well, stay tuned. Hopefully we can drop one. Seeing a deer head pop up. But that's the non-hunting zone. So we gotta wait. Hopefully it comes down. Get a little bit closer to us. It actually comes down onto the hunting zone. Hey guys, so we're in the same area that we was yesterday morning, and so I'm in this like little cubby watching over this little clearance spot, and then yesterday my buddy saw a hind move across that ridge. But that's the no hunt zone. This morning I saw a head pop up like 2 or 3 times and then it just disappeared. But every time I call, either I hear a stag like this direction, way in the distance, or I hear some movement in here, like, and it doesn't sound like a squirrel. It sounds like, you know, like the footsteps, but could be wrong. So we'll see if we can get anything today. Tomorrow is our last full day here. So hopefully one of these 2 full days we me or one of the guys bagged something, and I did not tell you all yesterday. I was not able to film it. It just happened so quick. I shot at a whitetail doe. Unfortunately, I hit a branch, just like the tiniest branch, and it just redirected my arrow. So I missed her, unfortunately. Just glad I didn't wound her. So yeah, so trying to get one, show you all the best way to hunt these. It's hard. Gotta be in their A game here. See, hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear that. It just sounds like something keeps running back and forth, back and forth. Well, there's a bird, but it just keeps sounding like it's running back and forth, back and forth. All right, well, stay tuned. We just did a stalk on 4 stags and 1 hind. Not a breath. It's way down there. This is a river right here. So we was like, how are we gonna get over? Oh, I found like a natural bridge. So I went across that. And my nephew, he was over there with my spotting scope, spotting for me and my buddy Calvin. And sorry, out of breath. I got the furthest in there. I was about to come out on them. They took off. My nephew said there was a couple people watching, because it's a, paved trail, and the same thing up there. It's a lot of people ride bikes around that road, and he said people was being very loud, and so they took off. So they don't even think I spooked them. I think the people did. So we're gonna maybe come back here this evening, see if we can get it done. Might be where we come for the rest of the time being. We was just driving down the beach road, just driving around, see if we see any. And we just saw this one just booking it across the water. And we got on Onyx, thank God for Onyx. And we saw where we could cut them off, and I mean, we got here and there they was. Exactly where we thought they was gonna be. So I backed out. I'm gonna try to come back late this evening when it cools down and they start moving more. Hopefully we can get on them. Like I said, there was 4 stags and 1 hind. So hopefully we can get it done. The Sika that we told you that we saw, me and my buddy, while my nephew glassed for us, we went in, we set up a perimeter, and we just kept making that perimeter small. And my nephew, he's like, there's one bedded down right on the edge of the woods. Calvin's walking up to it. Here's where he's walking. So Calvin's about to smoke one. Okay. I keep hearing, I'm standing here on the opposite side of the woods. It's like almost like an island of trees. And I'm standing on the other side. I keep hearing something. And this tall ass grass. It sounds like something's drinking water. So I'm ready. I'm like, something's right there. And the Sika chirps. And I'm like, oh shit, it's a Sika. And he stands up. He was bedded in the water, which is an odd place to lay. But anyways, not the point. He jumps up, looks at me. I pull back. It's not a clean shot. Half his whole body's covered up. 6-point stag. He comes out a little bit. I'm not kidding you. I went, meh. He stopped. 20 yards. Broadside. Beautiful. Everything. Head up. I let the arrow fly. I miss him like from to the left of him by like 4 deer. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe the wind's really bad. So guess what I did? I fucking put another one in. He's running. I yelled and yelled. He got stopped. Slung another one at him. And then, guess what? Miss him by the same distance. So then he doesn't even... Hey guys, so if you made it this far in the video, just want to say thank you. This is the last full day we're gonna have. We leave tomorrow, but if we don't get anything today, we're planning on going back out in the morning. Sorry if the video's been a little jumped around. I'm new at this, but I greatly appreciate y'all's time. And it's just these deer. I mean, you're hunting whitetail bow on steroids. It's a whole different game. Unfortunately, I missed that nice stag yesterday. Unfortunately, 3 times. But let's get back out in the woods, see if we can knock one down. I'm gonna be using crossbow for the rest of the trip, just in case there is something wrong with my compound. Because I mean, it's technically 4 shots I've missed. I've missed the whitetail, and I missed 3 shots on the Sika. So we're going crossbow for the rest of the trip, just in case there is something wrong with my compound. I really hope it's not. I really hope it was just me. At the same time, I don't wish it was me, but I hope it's me. All right, see you guys out there. So we saw eyes over here this morning, and we took out daylight, and we saw the eyes all the way up to daylight, but we can't see the body of it. So me and my buddy Calvin walked up to the side. So we got the crossbow. Hopefully I don't miss this time. And I gotta cross. I'll need this fence or something. Hopefully it's not electric. I think it is. Get down further. right now. I'm sneaking back into that area. I'm gonna stag at. Really trying to get through this sloppy water. Gotta get to that tree line over there. So stand by. Hopefully get Sika. So update real quick. I tried going in a different way. I did. I got almost out there, and it was like this really deep spot of water. I have waders. I just don't want to put them on because they're insulated. So I'm trying not to wear those. I'm going back in the way that I came in last time. This just kind of works out because the wind switched directions. Looks like there's a storm coming, so I'm hoping they're bedded. I can spook them up and get a shot, kind of like I did last time. All right, stand by. See if we can get one down. So hopefully that was it. He said it disappeared. He's on the other side spotting. I got the wind coming right here. Right here. I have the wind coming right here. So it's kind of good. Ouch. Oh, mosquitoes. This morning, the water's definitely deeper here. Come on, that rain's coming. Gotta do this. Now, holy cow. Holy moly, I can't believe it got that deep. He was in here laying down in the water. He jumped up right there. I saw his face. He ran out there. I shot at him 3 times. So let's see if we can get back on him. Oh God, this water's so deep. Meh. 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 Psst. 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 Let's see if I could get something to pop up. on me. Get in here. See anything. The weather's starting to get bad. It's starting to look like it's about to pour. The wind's starting to swirl. So it might start to back out. Because I'd rather not be busted. There's so much activity here. None of that. Get out of here, the wind's getting really bad. It's about to pour. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. This trip's just been aggravating. So if I cuss in these videos, I am sorry. I try to make my videos kid friendly too. This video, I gonna lie, has damn these branches are just want to trip you. I try not to cuss. So y'all understand this video. Not really this video, but this trip is not the week. I'm telling you that now. If you're a lazy hunter, you're weak, this ain't for you. Hunting Sika ain't for you. I just try to make this video so you all know what you're putting yourself into. Because I feel like there's not a good video to explain. Like, look at this. These deer at most come up to my waist. So like this high. I used to get in this shit and oh, cuss again, sorry. Getting this stuff. Oh. See? Yeah, since I keep hearing something. I can't tell if it's the wind pulling something or it's something slowly moving. Like yesterday, I heard that. Sika drinking water. I knew something was there. But just, yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get the shot down. So I don't know if it was me or my compound. That's why the rest of this video you're gonna see me hunting with a crossbow. Well, tomorrow we only have a half day here and it's over. I got arrows out there in that water lost. And they were fine. Our waders want to go out there and see if we can find them. I never once found them. But yeah, guys. I mean, hopefully we get a golden spoon and put one down tomorrow. Well, I mean, today's not over with. We're just getting out of here. We still have plenty of time to go maybe find another one. It's just this spot's all over for today. If I see something on the walkout, I'll try to get the camera working. But unfortunately, I will be honest with you, I am not missing a shot over a camera. Especially how mad these Sika have made me. Sometimes you don't get a very long time frame to take a shot. So if I don't have the camera running, I'm sorry, you might miss a shot, but you'll see the aftermath. Okay, guys, stay tuned. Hopefully we can get one down in about the rest of this evening or tomorrow, this morning. Hey guys, how y'all doing? So, right for this cut in, you guys saw I was walking across the sand dunes. So what happened, we found some Sika prints. And how we know that it's fresh, it rained. It's butt off. And so we started walking through this area and we was like, all the Sika prints are messed up. Like the rain messed them up in the sand and mud. But then we found some that was like perfect. We're like, oh, so something came through here like right after I got done raiding. So me and my nephew, Hunter, we took off following them. We lost them though. It's just like, it got to a point where it was like hard ground, no tracks. And we then just proceeded to go out through the sand dunes where you see me. We walk back towards the truck because it's, you know, getting a little dark and it's like a maze in there. So we didn't want to get lost. Even though we have 1X and stuff, we just didn't want to chance it coming through there at night. So what we came through, it's like this service road that we originally walked down and then found that path and stuff. And we're sitting there and we get back and I thought my buddy Calvin was going to stay at the truck. We was planning on just leaving. And then he wasn't there. So we was like, okay, well then he went in and sat down somewhere. Let's just go over the service road and watch the road because there's a ton of tunnels. You walk down the service road, tunnel in the thickets. And so we're sitting there, and my nephew, he's like probably about 15 yards from me with the crossbow, and I don't have another crossbow with me. So I'm like, I'm watching the service road. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get his attention because I'm like, you need to come up here with me so we can watch the service road together. Because if I see something across the service road, and if I stop it, by the time you get to me, it's gonna be gone. So he wasn't paying attention. I go, psst, trying to get his attention. And we have a hind literally in the brush we didn't know about. She sets off the alarm sound, they do. And I literally bend over and look into the tunnel and I see her just running away. I'm like, bat, meh, trying to get everything in the book to get her to stop. I even said, effing stop. She did stop. And of course, my adrenaline got pumping. I totally forgot to pull the camera out. Well, I had to call to try to get her to come back a couple of times. Nothing, okay? Okay, what a big deal. So, around that time, my buddy had a Sika stag just bolt through the clearing he was in, coming, and it would have been running our direction. And then he said, Then we had a truck pass us because it was kind of near the road. It was definitely 100 feet off the road, doing everything legal. And we think that truck scared that stag because my buddy said the stag came back through pissed off really fast. And then he said, we heard this bugle, and it sounded like it was like right there. And my buddy Calvin, he thought that bugle was from the same one, but evidently there must have been 2 stags, because we hear that bugle, and my nephew, we look at each other and we're like, we need to get settled down. There's no good spots to hide. So we went over to like this little embankment, and maybe dipped a little, just a tiny bit. It wasn't much, but still, it dipped. So we was like, we can lay down on the ground and prone. Just lay down, hug the ground, sit there with a crossbow right in front of us. So we started making our way to that little spot. And while we're heading there, I hit the call. Bugle. Bugle back. Nothing. Dead silent. We lay down and we hear a crash behind us. We turn around. Nothing. And when I turn my head back, here he comes across the road from where my buddy was. 4-point stag. Just coming right at us. And still a safe direction to shoot though. And I'm like, hey. And my nephew looks over and he's like, oh. And it's kind of funny. And he's like freaking out, but like silently freaking out, you can tell. And it's just coming right at us, and it gets him like 35 yards, and it just locks up. It didn't know what it was. It could tell it was something different. So I made the decision to want to shoot it. And I said, my nephew, if you don't feel comfortable shooting right this second, let me take the shot. And I said, give me the crossbow. Because he was all jitterish, buck fever. He hands me the crossbow. It takes off. I'm doing the same thing. Everything in the book to get it to stop. It would not stop. And I was going back in the woods towards Calvin. So I hit the bugle a couple times, nothing. Didn't think he was coming back. We get to the truck, and we could see the area we were setting. And we hear something coming out of the brush. And we look down the road, and here he comes back across the road, right where we was. And if we was there, we probably could. He ran by, he would have ran right by us. Like I could have probably reached over with a one-hand crossbow and point-blank shot. And tomorrow, we can only hunt in the morning. We have to go back home. So, wish us the luck. Hopefully, we're going to go back to that area. Hopefully, we can get one down. And hopefully, I do better recording. I'm sorry. Stick around. Well, guys, thank you for watching my video. I'm sorry I was a little lacking on recording the main parts. I'm trying to get better at that. Please bear with me. If you subscribe, hopefully I get better. And at that recording part, I'm back home. We went out to the spot. As you see, we was in my nephew's hunting blind. He let us use it. He was really tired, so he slept in the truck and came out later that morning. So we were sitting there in the hunting blind. And I was putting down some of that fake deer urine, and the wind was going directly from us into the brush that we saw behind. I talked about before, the direction she ran, and then also kind of the direction we saw that stag go. So we end up, I was putting that down, and as soon as I started dropping that, where probably the wind took it to him, he bugled. I hit the bugle back, nothing, dead silent. Sorry, something's in my eye. Hit the bugle back, nothing. We sat there for a good while, about 3 to 4 hours. Not a thing. Didn't hear anything else after that, and decided to pull out. And then I'm going to show you the video after this of my friend Calvin being a dork and make us laugh for our last day, because it seemed like it was all over. Well, we're heading out after that video. That I'll put behind after this video. I'll put that video in of him being goofy. But then we left that area, drove around a little bit, glassed a good bit, went around the wildlife loop there in Sika, and glassed at the one spot where I missed that stag. And we just didn't see anything. So we was like, okay, well, the hunt's over for us. We was all sad. So we started going out. And we're like on the last straight stretch, about to go to the checkout station. And check out and go back to the Airbnb, pack our stuff up and everything. So we did that, and we got all of it. We got about halfway, and I look over at my driver's side window, and there's just a monster stag. I think he was probably a 6-point, because he had a huge body. He was a big stag, and he just, as soon as he saw us, he started bolting to cover. Well, I hurried up, dropped my friend Calvin off at the one side of the tree line to follow him in. And I pulled up to the one trail on the other side of those woods and all that tall grass, because it was like the open field around the wildlife loop. And I went in, and you can call it a deer drive. We did not do a deer drive. I was just a backup person in case he could not get him. A lot of people would consider that a deer drive, but that's not our intent. We was hoping the person we sent into the woods was going to get him and not push him towards us. But if he did come out that end, we was just there to intercept. I mean, yes, that sounds like a deer drive, but that's not the purpose of what we was trying to do. We all got chances to go in like that, and we just had someone on the other side in case they came out. I mean, I know that's a lot of people would consider that a deer drive. I understand that. But that's not the purpose we meant. We meant for the person that went into the woods to be the one to get them. Well, I'm driving up to the trail, about to stop, and I saw the stag. I pointed out the window at the stag, showing my friend Calvin. It was halfway into the woods, near the road. And I went up further. Well, Calvin, he walked into the woods, trying to follow him in. And I stayed on the trail, trying to intercept if he comes out. So and my nephew, he got out of the truck, watched the road, make sure he did come back across the road. Never comes back across the road, my nephew said. Never comes my side. Calvin loses him in the brush. And so we're like, where the hell did he go? Because I could see all, like, my side, and I could see the open field on the other side of the brush. Never came across that open field or anything. So either he settled down in there and just laid down and did not come across, or somehow he beat me from where I saw him and I was pointing at him to and through the woods, cross the trail before I got to the trail. That's the only thing I can think of. He was either bedded and locked in that area, and he knew he was in trouble, so he just laid down in the deepest and nastiest stuff in there where we wouldn't see him, or he beat me to that trail. And I mean, my Calvin gave up on him. I did not give up on him. I searched and searched. I could go around the thickets. I could go, hey, 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 wait, trying to get him to stand up, because I figured he was bedded in there, and I was just going everywhere in there, trying to get. I was whistling. I was hitting my bugle. I was just trying to get him to stand up so I could see his head pop out of that brush, and know where he's at. Nothing. I went out into like a little brush islands out in the opening. Nothing. So to shorten this up, we unfortunately did not bag a stag on this trip. I hope you still enjoyed the video, and maybe you can learn a little bit. And if you guys want a good place to stay, check out the Reef. It's like kind of like a little resort. I don't know, I wouldn't even call it a resort. That's probably too much. It's just kind of like a little complex. It has little condos in it, and that's all. They just rent them out. And I saw on their sign they did do long-term leases. It's just a shout out to the Reef. It was a good place to stay with, and I wish now looking back on it, I wish I recorded a tour of our Airbnb. It was a great place to stay at. We got a good price for returning customers. Office lady's very sweet. It's just a good place to stay. It was like we literally pulled out of the road, turned left, and just probably drove a minute or two down the road, and we was on the refuge. So if you plan on going to Shincoteague Wildlife Refuge to hunt Sika deer, or just go there to visit the beach, anything else, go there. I mean, they got the wild ponies. I don't know if I got a video of any of the wild ponies this year. If not, I'll put a video of last year's ponies into this video so you can see them at the end. They're pretty cool. They can be a little aggressive, so don't approach. But we had a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am probably going to make a day video. Hopefully I do a little bit better at recording that. I'll probably be going by myself in November 1st. Peak rut, probably. At least I'm hoping they're going to be in peak rut. Then I think it still will be bow then, so I'll be bow hunting. If not, it might be muzzleloader. I had to check. I can't remember when muzzleloader comes in, but I'll probably be doing a lot of the action was in the archery zone, so I'll probably be doing a lot of archery hunting no matter what if I go back. Hopefully I don't miss this time. Hopefully we can get shots on them. We had a blast, and I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it was a little all over the place. I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I feel bad for not recording the important moments. I'm trying to get better. You subscribe. Thank you. I know it's rough right now watching my videos. I'm trying to get better, and the more subscribers I get, it's more motivation to get better and give you guys better content. And we're planning on another hunt next year, so stay with us, and you can see us go out west, maybe go wild hog hunting. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We talked about going pronghorn hunting, talked about wild hogs, talked about a lot of stuff. So just stand by for more videos. And like I said, I might be going back to Shincoteague for a day trip. It's only 2 hours away from me, so we might hit them back up. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll put those other videos on the end of this one. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a good one.